Hi everyone! Today we're talking about a short Filipino story in Philippine literature called The Breed of Salt by Nestor Vicente Madali Gonzalez. This is a beautiful coming of age story that uses simple moments to tell a powerful story about longing, social class, and the painful journey of growing up and to learn some hard lessons about life. Now, first let's talk about the author's background. Nestor Vicente Madali Gonzalez in year 1915 to 1999, known as NVM Gonzalez. He was a Filipino novelist, short story writer, essayist, and poet. Born on September 8, 1915 in Romblon, Philippines. He moved to Mindoro at young age. Although he didn't obtain a college degree, he wrote for the Philippine Graphic and edited for the Evening News magazine and Manila Chronicle. He also taught at various universities and received numerous awards. And he was named a National Artist of the Philippines for Literature in 1997. His works often explored the Filipino identity, the beauty of rural life, and the universal struggles of ordinary people. The characters and characterization in the story. The narrator, an unnamed 14-year-old boy, he is a dreamy and sensitive young man who is passionate about playing the violin. He represents the universal experience of adolescent yearning and the difficult transition from childhood innocence to a more mature understanding of the world. Ida is the beautiful niece of Don Esteban. She is the object of the narrator's deep affection. Ida symbolizes the different world of the wealthy, a world the boy longs to be a part of but ultimately feels separate from. Pete sighs, the leader of the boys' band. He is a pragmatic and slightly older mentor figure who guides the narrator through their work, offering contrast to the boys' more romantic and naive worldview. Then, Don Esteban, a wealthy baker, he and his family represents the privileged class in society. The setting of the story. The story is set in a rural town in the Philippines during the Christmas season. In the boy's home, where he lives a simple life with his grandmother. The bakery where the scent of freshly baked pandesal fills the air. The Stebbins' grand house, where the Christmas party takes place. The house with its big Christmas lights and festive atmosphere contrasts sharply with the boy's humble surroundings. Now, let us explore the major events in the story. Our story is told through the eyes of a 14-year-old boy. He is a hopeful young man who earns a little money playing the violin in the local band. He dreams of a future where he can be a professional musician. His world is a simple one, and it is shaped by his deep crush on a girl named Ida. He practices his violin in the mornings, hoping to catch a glimpse of Ida. His grandmother notices his newfound happiness and suggests it's because of the bread of salt. He starts buying a large amount of the bread every morning, a daily ritual to impress Ida. His band is hired to play at a Christmas party at the Stebbins' grand house. The boy arrives at the party, feeling out of place among the wealthy guests. He is drawn to Ida and watches her interact with a group of her wealthy friends. He tries to steal some of the bread of salt to eat, feeling an intense shame when he is nearly caught. Ida notices his actions and offers him a handkerchief, showing him kindness but also highlighting their class difference. The boy realizes that his dreams of Ida and her world were just that, dreams. He accepts the harsh reality of their social divide. The story is told from the first-person point of view. The narrator, the 14-year-old boy, recounts the events from his perspective, allowing the reader to experience his youthful longing, his dreams, and his eventual disillusionment. This point of view makes the story deeply personal and emotional. The conflict of the story is man versus society and man versus self. The narrator's desires and dreams clash with the harsh realities of his social class. He is trapped between his personal aspirations to be with Ida and to succeed as a musician, and the limitations imposed on him by his humble background. The internal conflict is the boy's struggle with his own shame and the realization that his innocence is gone. And this is the cultural implication of the story in Filipino society. It reflects the socio-economic divide that exists between the privileged and the working class. The pandesal is a powerful symbol of Filipino culture, a staple food that represents everyday life. In the story, it becomes a symbol of the boy's desires and ultimately his shame, highlighting how even a simple cultural item can be loaded with social meaning. The narrative also touches on the importance of family, music, and the simple joys of life in Filipino setting. The implication of the title. The title, The Bread of Salt, is a symbolic and central to the story's meaning. The bread of salt, or the pandesal, is a common, humble food representing the boy's simple everyday life. The title's deeper meaning comes from the bitter taste the boy feels after his experience at the party. The bread of salt, which he once saw as a symbol of hope and connection to Ida, now tastes bitter. The salts represents the bitter tears of disappointments and the sting of reality. The title implies that what was once simple and sweet has become complex and painful. The breed of salt remains relevant because its themes are universal. It captures the awkwardness and beauty of a first crush, the struggle to find one's place in the world, and the bittersweet journey of growing up. The story reminds us that even a simple piece of bread can carry the weight of our dreams, our desires, and our first painful lessons in life. That would be all. Thank you for watching, everyone. God bless and bye bye.